Hey guys, it's the Damn Yankee DJ Louie G, host of the Back in Time show, and also one of the DJs here on Just4Fun Radio. And I am doing an interview in Loganville. We're at Flashback Games, Retro Arcade and Grill. Time show and Just4Fun Radio, and we are here in Loganville, of all places, at Flashback Games and Arcades right here in Grill. So we have the owners. Introduce yourself, gentlemen.
I'm Roger Oswald.
And you are?
William Geiger.
And how this happened, gentlemen? How do we come up with this thing?
Well, actually, it starts actually a lot with this guy right here. Mm-hmm. Will actually had a lot of the arcade machines. He started collecting them years ago at his home, and as time went by, he collected more and more. They kind of overfilled out of his, man room, I guess if you want to call it, and into different portions of the house. And as a kind of as a necessity, really, to get rid of some of the games, he decided that maybe he should try to do an arcade with it, because you don't find arcades anywhere.
No, you don't.
So.
No.
Again, he approached me as his, and I'm his brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And so he approached me and said, "Hey, you think you could maybe do something like this with me?" And I said, "Sure." And as time went on, we collected more and more games. Making a long story short, kind of came up with a business plan, and here we are today. Of course, it's always changing all the time, but it's...
I was just about to make mention of that, because we started here back at the grill part, and we do have food for everybody to come to. So this is not just an arcade. So there is domestic and local beers and sodas and everything for the adults and the kids. We have some great food. And tell us a little bit about the food, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure. And again, these things change on and off. We're always experimenting with things. Right now, we got your basic kind of foods that you would find in a snack bar at an arcade. Would be like super pretzels and hot dogs and chili dogs and popcorn and nachos and little personal pizzas, things like that. That most everybody kind of likes to snack on and eat. And so it works very well.
And they got beer on tap, which is great. It looks like they have everything from soda and New York Seltzer all the way to New Belgian premium alcoholic drinks. So this is a place that you can come with your wife at night and hang out and get a good beer and actually go back in time, because look at what's right above us, people. We have old toys from when I grew up. Look, I'm looking at Star Wars and G.I. Joe, and I'm going back in time here. So come on, let's get out from out there, and let's take a quick tour of the great arcade that we have here. So look at Dig Dug, people, Dig Dug.
Yeah, there's a lot. You're going to find a lot of classic games here, like Dig Dug, Tron,
Saxman,
Donkey Kong Jr.
They have two of them, as a matter of fact. Asteroids.
Yeah,
First game I ever played, right there, Space Invader.
Yes.
Missile Command with the ball. Look, the ball, people, the ball.
And we even have old school original Nintendos, Sega Genesis. These games, of course, you can play as well. So that way, if we have a list of the games up front with us, we'll get to that in just a second. But of course, Donkey Kong. We even have some games that don't exist. Like
look at that, Fix It Felix.
For the golfers, of course, no Golden Tee.
Joust. So what's this? What's this jukebox? Is this a video jukebox?
Okay, so this jukebox here, what we decided to do with it, it's a working jukebox, but what we decided to do with it is basically I put a TV inside of it, and we run it with old videos and things like that. That kind of represent the era of what the arcade
what we used to always watch and listen to.
That's right.
You know?
Music and things that people of our age group kind of grew up with. Of course, here's all your shooters, Terminator,
Extreme hunting. Air hockey people. So, do you ever have tournaments when it comes to stuff like this?
Really, we get so busy on the weekends, particularly, that it's hard to really do a tournament because so many people are trying to get on the air hockey table.
I understand that.
We actually have some people will actually try to take the puck and hold it so they can reserve the table. And so,
that's not right.
So so we're like, we have to track that down. But you'll find a little more modern, early '90s, late '80s, early '90s games in here. But stuff that you're gonna
Time Pilot. When's the last time you played Time Pilot? And how about Crystal Castle and Popeye people? Popeye. NBA Jams. You got Mercs, Centipedes over there. There's so many great. Miss Pac-Man, come on, this was my game back in the day. So we're going to go around to the front, and he's going to explain to me how this happens. Maybe a couple things with the games.
Real simple. And right here, if you want to take a look at this is a list of games. And of course, we always have some dying and some getting broken. But there's roughly about 500 titles here that go to NESs, SNESs, all the way up to Xbox One.
So you can actually get the controller. There's the controllers,
right,
and the actual games and play the old-time games, guys.
That's right.
So if you remember playing whatever, like look at that, Home Alone, and you thought you were the best player in the world, you could actually come up here and try it.
Zelda. That's right.
Now I noticed that behind you. What's this board?
Okay, so this board is our high score board because a lot of the machines they don't hold the high score anymore when we turn them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we did was we selected the games that pretty much are one play per credit. So that way you can't add credits and keep your score going.
Yes.
So that's what this is, and every year we wipe of course we're in January, so every year we wipe the scores, and so people get to add their scores back in for the new year. So if you want to come up and put your high score up, you get a nice score, you think it's worthy to hold up for a while,
you put it up there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Now I noticed that there are buttons on the bottom where the coins should go.
That's right.
Now, do we actually throw quarters into this game? How do we actually play?
No, actually, in this Pac-Man here, we'll use this as an example, is really easy, and it's really easy to see. Normally, of course, back years ago,
put the quarters in there, people. God, how much money I wasted.
All we did was add a button, and if you watch right here, you can see where it says credit. All I do is press that button, adds a credit to the machine.
Look at that.
And of course, hit the player 1 or player 2, and off you go. There's nothing to it.
So how does some people just come in here and?
There's always cheaters. In the
I understand that.
But we usually keep a good handle on that.
So if you want to come in and you want to do it the right way, how do you just come in and play?
It's real simple. All you're going to do, and there's only 2 admissions. It's super simple. We do a wristband, which would indicate, and of course the wristband changes day to day, so we can keep track of who's
here. Yeah.
$10.99 a person. You can play all day long, much as you like, many times as you want. You can leave and come back with the wristband
because it's a full day.
Because it's a full day.
Wow.
And then we also have an eat and play combo. Again, with the food that we were talking about earlier, you can actually
let's come around and see that.
$4.99, so $4 more, you can get 2 snacks and 2 drinks.
So for an eat and play combo, normally it's $10.99 to come in, guys, just to play the video games. But you got an eat and play combo, which is a great deal for $14.99. That's 2 snacks and get the arcade and the anytime console you want to play for $14.99. That's good all day long. That's really a great deal.
Yeah, it's really a good deal.
All right, so again, guys, thank you so much for letting us come in here. We're going to be putting this together and posting it on Just4Fun Radio. You might see a bunch of people coming in with this or even the shirts. That's how you know that you were seen. But again, thanks, guys. This is Flashback Games, Retro Arcade and Grill right here in Loganville. I'll go right there. Right here is the website. If you want to check it out, flashbackgames.org. And again, this is Lou from the Back in Time show. And, of course, Just4Fun Radio. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.